I wrote a poem about this incident.
Mm.
Would you like to read my poem?
Okay. Why the where? Excuse me. Sorry, I read the whole sentence and made myself laugh. All right. Sorry, excuse me. All right. Why the warehouse became a was house. A working man finally had enough. His salary too small and his life too tough. He was exhausted and his body spent, overworked to the bones, and still couldn't afford his rent. The man tried to argue with his boss that he was overworked, poor, and tired. His boss said, "Ask me about money again, and you'll get fired." The man had nothing left to lose and did a funny thing that would land him in the news. He pulled out his phone and his lighter and said to himself, "This paper warehouse is about to get a lot brighter." He hit record and lit a few paper rolls, a bit here and a bit there. The fire was spreading everywhere. "There goes your inventory," he said in a blaze of glory, a statement that would end up on the news story. "If you're not going to pay us enough to live, at least pay us enough not to do this." Now all the money they saved on not paying their workers wasn't worth a piss. The bosses paid the news to paint this man in villainy, but all the regular people reading this had nothing but sympathy. That's an interesting rhyme. The news of the warehouse, where you spelled it, you spelled it warehouse like werewolf. The news of the warehouse spread far and wide, and strangely enough, regular people took his side. "This cannot be," the capitalist class said as they shook in fear. "Now there are many other warehouses getting burnt down everywhere. People are finally rising up. They finally had enough. They too realized that these rich assholes took all the money and everyone had it rough. First it was Luigi who ended the CEO, and the people said, 'Good, now the rest has to go.' Have to go is what that should be. And from something as small as a lighter, a movement started to grow. This story is not complete. He still has to go to trial and pay for his crime. If you ask any of the witnesses, they would all say, 'He didn't do it. He was with me this entire time.' The prosecutor angrily said, 'Enough with this. We have a recording. You cannot lie.' Everyone agreed. Probably AI.